So 2020 pandemic started, and it was a very tough season for every entertainer.
Yeah, say it loud. Let them hear it.
So 2020 pandemic started, and it was a very tough season for every entertainer, every event person, event vendors, MCs, stand-up comedians. It was a very tough season because there were no shows, there was no gathering, so everybody compulsorily had to be at home. So it was a very tough season for me. I mean, someone who at some point was able to feed himself, sort your siblings, fend for even your parents at some point. Now got to a point that it got to a point that I began to ask my parents for money to feed. So I said, God, what's all of these things? How did I get here? So out of frustration, I just I was telling my grandmother then, I said, Grandma, see, for the next 3 days, I want to go and sit down somewhere and just cry. So I'm frustrated. So I went to one mountain very close to ours. It was not like I had passion for prayers like that, though, but I was frustrated. So God, so it's either you answer me or you answer me. So I mean, I took 3 days. 3 days I was on a fast for 3 days, and I prayed. I was crying, God, come through for me. What is this? So on the third day after the fast, I was coming down from that mountain. Then God asked me, said, okay, now you spent 3 days and you've prayed. What if I choose not to answer that prayer? It was hard. It was a very tough question. I said, if you answer, you are God, and if you don't answer, you are still God. So at that time, You Are the Most High was in my spirit, because there are times like where there's just one particular song in my spirit. I just keep singing. So I was singing that song in my spirit, and subconsciously, it just came. But you are the Most High, because of the question God asked me earlier that same day. So whether we are satisfied or not, whether we are contented or not, you are the Most High. Nothing will change you from being God. So I never knew that was the key to my next level. And a few days after that, I was invited. One of my brothers, Woli, called me, said, let's have a worship session together. I said, I'm not a singer. I said, I'm not a singer. I said, if I see the videos you post on your status, I say it's boredom, sir. No, I'm not a singer. I had one very small keyboard at home. I'll just do a common song post on my status, and people reply, you have a good voice, you are anointed, there's oil. Where did you see the oil? So he invited me, we had the session and we were worshiping, and I remember that particular line came back in the middle of that session. You are the Most High. You are the Most High. Ìgbà tó bá ń bá wa lára mu, you are. Ìgbà tí ó dẹ̀ bá wa lára mu. Ìgbà tó bá ń rọ̀ mí lọ́rùn, you are. Ìgbà tó bá ń ní mí lára o. Ìgbà tó bá ń pa mí lẹ́rìn Ọlọ́run ni. Ìgbà tó bá ń gbomi lójú mi, you are. Ìgbà tó bá ń rẹ̀ mí Ọlọ́run ni you are. Ìgbà tí ń bá kún fún agbára Ọlọ́run náà ṣe ní. Bó dùn bí ó dùn wá máa jẹ́ Ọlọ́run. Bó wọ̀ bí ó wọ̀ kó fókọ rẹ̀. Nínú ìlera àti nínú àìsàn you are. Tó bá ń lọ bí ó sì lọ ìwọ ni. Taba ń wọ́mọ, taba bímọ wà máa jẹ́ Ọlọ́run. Taba ń wọ́mọ bàdẹ tí bímọ wà máa jẹ́ Ọlọ́run. You see that? Taba ń wọ́wọ́, taba rówó wà máa jẹ́ Ọlọ́run. Taba ń wọ́wọ́ bàdẹ.